For the fight against economic crimes and corruption to be won in Nigeria, every sector of the society must come together with a resolve to rescue the country from a few citizens whose unscrupulous activities has held the country to ransom. A very good evening to you. My name is Aisha Gambari. Welcome to another exciting edition of The Eagle on TV. With me on the program is Aisha Mohammed. Hello, Aisha.
Hi, Aisha. Good evening to you, viewers. It's nice being with you again this week as we bring you a recap of activities within the EFCC. Thank you very much for joining us. We hope you will stay tuned and enjoy the program.
EFCC will get you anywhere, anytime.
On the program today, Justice Ibrahim Buba of the Federal High Court sitting in Lagos has told 14 foreigners arraigned by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC for illegal oil bunkering that they have a case to answer and should be ready to face trial. This fact was stressed when the court dismissed an application filed before it by the foreigners seeking to quash a 4-count charge preferred against them.
Still on prosecution, the ongoing trial of 7 persons indicted in the 24 billion naira fraud in the police pension office has been adjourned owing to various excuses by counsels representing some of the accused persons.
Justice Olayinka Faji of the Federal High Court Ibadan has refused the bail application of 10 persons standing trial for the CBN currency scam, noting that the evidence against the 10 accused persons were weighty.
Please stay tuned. The program continues shortly. Don't go away.
Cheers! What is it? Please, keep to yourself.
Chief Urabo, I got a telephone call.
Anytime I close my eyes,
Yes.
I see dead people chasing me in my sleep.
My Jehovah Magadam.
Is it possible for someone to become restless just because of his past?
Nevertheless, unless you kill somebody dead, then the spirit will be haunted you. Was you all contractors?
I embezzled all the money for the roads that are now death traps, killing people every day. I approved the supplies of fake drugs on pipe and water. I embezzled the money. I dey fear, Chief.
You are supposed to fly especially now that the people of EFCC are chasing people who are doing to submit other people's money. EFCC, as soon as they capture them, straight to prison.
Chief,
Jail. How you are? Life are not just about acquire wealth, making money. When other people they didn't die of hunger and neglect. Be careful. EFCC I watch.
EFCC will get you anywhere, anytime.
Justice Ibrahim Buba of the Federal High Court in Lagos has told 14 foreigners arraigned by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC for illegal oil bunkering that they have a case to answer and should be ready to face trial. This fact was stressed when the court dismissed an application filed before it by the foreigners seeking to quash a 4-count charge preferred against them by the EFCC. Camila Gaby tells us more.
This fact was stressed when the court dismissed an application filed before it by the foreigners seeking to quash a 4-count charge preferred against them and for the court to strike out the matter entirely on the basis that the prosecution did not secure and obtain a written consent of the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, in line with the provisions of the Exclusive Economic Zone Act of Nigeria. In his ruling, Justice Buba said that the court does not find any merit in the application and hereby dismissed it. Earlier, the EFCC, through its counsel, Rotimi Oyedepo, had opposed the application on point of law, arguing that the EFCC was statutorily empowered to prosecute the alleged offenders. He reminded the court that the EFCC can enforce the provisions of the Miscellaneous Offences Act, which was the act the accused persons allegedly contravened. Meanwhile, trial commenced in the matter immediately, with Oyedepo presenting the first prosecution witness, Captain Chidozie Donald Okedi, before the court. Okedi, commanding officer of the Nigeria sailing ship Centenary, Victoria Island, Nigeria, narrated to the court how the foreigners were arrested. He said, on March 8, 2015, while conducting routine patrol within Lagos territorial waters, his team observed a vessel loitering, with the radar of the vessel off. He said the captain of the ship claimed not to be aware that the radar was off. And when asked what the vessel was doing within Lagos waters, the captain allegedly claimed to be conducting ship-to-ship transfer, but could not achieve it because of a problem. Okedi said that some checks on documents of the vessel showed that it was carrying about 3,000 metric tons of low-power fuel oil LPFO and about 1,500 metric tons of automotive gas oil AGO. He further said that the vessel was not registered with the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency (NIMASA), and it was on these basis that the vessel was arrested. The suspects include 3 Russians, Pakladzian Arthur, Kritov Andrei, Shkondich Vasily, 3 Ukrainians, Laguta Alexei, Chepikov Alexandru, Bilos Vitali, 8 Filipinos, Kadavis Gerardo, Baduria Benjamin, Regido Hilarion, Naranjo Alan Antero, Patero Christian, Alkaid Joel, Karate Kid Michael Bryan, Ciudad Prudencio, Cabanal Anechito, Kabuquin Andres, Portudan Eduardo, and 1 Georgian, Agbarian Seguand. Others are MT Anuket Emerald, Monjasa DMCC, and Glencore Energy UK Limited. In a related development, the Commission also arraigned 9 foreigners and 1 vessel alleged to be involved in oil bunkering before Justice Ibrahim Buba of the Federal High Court, Lagos, on a 4-count charge bordering on conspiracy and illegal dealing in petroleum products. The accused persons, comprising 5 Bangladeshi and 4 Filipinos, are Axel Joseph Gibo Jabon, MD Zuhirul Islam, Wanto Camireno Infantado, and Swarin Fernando Alave. Others are Gatila JP Gaidan, Islam Shahino, Islam Rafikul, Sheikh Shibil Nomani, and Rando Jose Camendado. The vessel MT Asteris and its crew were intercepted by Nigerian Navy ship Beecroft during a routine patrol in Lagos on March 26, 2015, with over 3,000 metric tons of crude oil without lawful authority or appropriate license. An offence contrary to Section 1, subsection 19, 6 of the Miscellaneous Offences Act, Cap M17, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, and punishable under Section 17 of the same Act. The accused persons entered a not guilty plea when the charges were read to them. Justice Buba granted all the accused bail in the sum of 50 million naira with 2 sureties in like sum. All accused and sureties must deposit their international passports with 2 recent passport photographs with the court. The vessel MT Asteris was intercepted when officers of the Nigerian Navy observed that it was drifting on the ship's radar with her automatic identification system switched off, which is against the International Maritime Organization regulation. The vessel had 100% foreign crew members, while its captain claimed to have sailed from Cotonou, Benin Republic, on sea trials, and that the vessel product. However, on investigations, the vessel was discovered to be carrying petroleum products, contrary to the captain's initial claim. On interrogation, the captain could not produce any relevant document authorizing the lifting of the low-power fuel oil, LPFO, on board, neither was he able to produce where the product was lifted and the final destination.
Nigeria is the 6th largest producer of oil in the world. In over 50 years of oil exploration, the country has earned well over $600 billion as oil revenue. If properly managed, it should provide us with a health system that will save lives and not a decaying health system. A society where energy goes round for meaningful development and not an epileptic power supply system. A productive educational system and not a decaying educational system. A society where jobs are created for self-sustainability and not a society where our youth roam the streets unemployed. A highway of safety and security and not roads that lead us to early graves. We should have credible leaders who deliver dividends of democracy to the people and not corrupt leaders who divert our collective revenue for private use. Say no to corrupt leaders. This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
Welcome back. The ongoing trial of 7 persons indicted in the 24 billion naira fraud in the police pension office has been adjourned again owing to various excuses by counsels representing some of the accused persons. The 3 counsels sent in various messages to the court giving excuses for not being able to appear for the matter. Golden Argo is standing by with a report.
The ongoing trial of the 7 persons complicit in the 24 billion naira fraud in the police pension office could not proceed owing to various excuses by counsel representing some of the accused persons. Justice Hussaini Baba Yusuf had the last adjourned date fixed June 23, 2015 for hearing of the motion by the prosecuting counsel Rotimi Jacobs, SAN, seeking to split the charge against Esai Dangaba and other accused persons, Atiku Abubakar Kigo, Ahmed Inuwi Wada, Veronica Oloma Onyebula, Sani Habila Zira, Uzoma Cyril Atang and Christian Madubueke. He told the court that the case had been dragging due to the large number of lawyers representing the accused persons in the matter. Adegboyega Awomolo, SAN, counsel to the first accused, had, along with the other counsels, requested that the prosecution brings a formal motion. At the resumed hearing of the case, Adegboyega sent in words that the case be stood down till 10:30 a.m. as he was appearing before the Court of Appeal. The court also received correspondence from the second accused, Abubakar Kigo, who was absent due to ill health. While counsel to the third accused, Ahmed Inuwa Wada, sent in words that he was involved in the election petition hearing. Consequently, Justice Yusuf adjourned proceedings to July 24, 2015 for hearing of the application. Golden Argo reporting for the Eagle.
For me to buy correct motor, for me to take make my dough, I don't need pay. I don't need pay.
Reminiscing as I walk to my car, thinking about how we used to be. For Ekuma, I did ride Okada, and most times I did so carry. I wanted to change the way I live, but I didn't have to do those things. Now I'm rolling VIP, and all the girls wanna be like me. Yeah. You ask me how I deal with my reality. Gotta tell you truly, it ain't easy now. I feel the pressure to find something wrong to do. Then I remember you reap what you sow. Now I'm sitting staring at the screen of my computer, thinking really hard about what truly matters. What's with all this data? Just to catch a maga. He could have been my father or someone else's brother.
For me to buy correct motor, for me to take make my dough, I don't need pay. No need for me to go cafe. I hustle hard to make my pay. I don't need pay. No need to do yahoo yahoo, to do yahoo yahoo. I don't need pay. I don't need pay. 7 in the morning, it's a brand new day. I still swollen, still at the cafe, hustling real hard from Sunday to Sunday, hoping someday that Maga will pay. But Maga no need pay for me to live correct. They call me Mr. Capable, I got my self-respect. No need to do yahoo yahoo for me to cash a check. I don't need no Maga, just work hard and tell me what a boy like me should do. That I heard the guys do. I do not do it, I'm uncool. I'll be a fool to the girls in school. I'm knocking on it, pay to get a good degree. You'll have a great opportunity. Don't have to hack and attack. Make use of CD cracks. We keeping original. Now you know my swag. For me to take my door. No need for me to go cafe. I hustle hard to make my pay. I got no need pay. No need to do yahoo yahoo. To do yahoo yahoo.
Justice Olayinka Faji of the Federal High Court in Ibadan has refused the bail application of 10 persons standing trial for the CBN currency scam. Justice Faji refused to admit the accused persons to bail, despite the argument canvassed by their counsels that they will be available to face trial. Thelma Eke has more.
Those denied bail are Kolawole Babalola, Olaniran Muniru Adeola, and Togun Kayode Phillips, all ex-CBN staff. Others who are staff of First Bank include Ishak Akano, Ayodele Festus, Oyebanji Akim, Ayodeji Alashe, and Ajiwe Sunday. The rest are Oni Ademola and Afolabi Esther Olunike, both staff of Wema Bank. In refusing them bail, Justice Faji noted that the evidence against the 10 accused persons were weighty. The judge, however, granted bail to 5 other persons in stringent terms. Those granted bail are Ademola Ebenezer Adewale, Kainde Fadokun, Olakunle Shijuade, Ajuwon Bolade, and Samuel Ugbede. The 5 were granted bail in the sum of 20 million naira each, with 2 sureties and like sum. The sureties must own landed properties with certificate of occupancy in Oyo State. The sureties are also to submit their recent passport photographs and 3 years tax certificates to the court's registrar. The case was adjourned to July 10th and September 24th and 25th, 2015 for commencement of trial. The accused persons were arraigned on 4 separate charges of alleged stealing, conspiracy and fraud. They are alleged to have defrauded the CBN and their various banks of over 8 billion naira. Specifically, they were alleged to have been involved in a financial theft, recyclation of defaced and mutilated currencies, in which mutilated higher denomination notes, originally meant for destruction, were swapped with lower denomination currencies. Thelma Eke, reporting for the Eagle.
Justice J.T. Zoho of the Federal High Court sitting in Lagos State has vacated the restraining order issued on the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC, preventing it from arresting and prosecuting Chairman of Baikatni Highway Services, Mr. Wale Babalakin. Kamili Gebi once again has more.
In a ruling delivered, the judge said that the ex parte order granted Babalakin was intended as a brief intervention to prevent injury and not meant to last a long time. He explained that the order had outlived its lifespan and was no longer valid. Before the ruling was delivered, the EFCC counsel, Rotimi Jacobs, SAN, prayed the court to discharge the restraining order, which according to him had been abused by the applicant's failure to file their application within the 5 days interval ordered by the court, but instead served same to the respondent at the court premises, which amounted to almost 30 days, which ran contrary to the court order. Jacobs further urged the court to impose a cost on the applicants for failure to serve the motion on notice at the appropriate time. Jacobs told the court that the applicant, who should have appeared before Justice Kudira Jose of the Lagos High Court Ikeja, has failed to show up in court due to the restraining order on the EFCC to arraign him. But the defense counsel, Abiodun Layonu, SAN, argued that the respondent must abide by the order of the court and further urged the court not to grant the prayers of the respondent to discharge the order. After listening to all their submissions, Justice Oho delivered his ruling and adjourned the matter. He, however, urged the respondent to stay action on any other proceeding that will frustrate the case.
You're still watching the program, The Eagle. Next is a public service announcement.
The attention of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has been drawn to the activities of fraudsters who forge documents in order to procure visas from various embassies within the country. The elements go as far as forging letterhead papers and signatures of top executives of government entities to perfect their nefarious acts. The Commission seizes this opportunity to alert the public to be wary of patronizing third parties who solicit money from them with the promise of procuring visas for them. Recently, one Wilson Eguridu was arraigned before an FCT High Court Maitama Abuja on charges bordering on forgery, contrary to the provisions of Section 362 and 366 of the Penal Code. Eguridu, who is said to be a board member of the FCT Karate Association, is alleged to have forged an introduction letter to the British High Commission as part of documents for the processing of visas for 14 persons for a UK karate competition that was scheduled to take place in Dudley in September 2014. Upon receipt of a petition from the Immigration Office of the British High Commission, EFCC operatives swung into action. Investigations subsequently revealed that the letter of introduction, which was purportedly signed by the Director of Sports Development Abuja, was fake. Against this background, the Commission advises members of the public seeking visas to foreign countries to approach the relevant embassies for guidelines. The EFCC also seizes this opportunity to warn fraudsters who engage in this act to desist before the law catches up with them.
EFCC will get you anywhere, anytime.
Aisha.
Yes, Aisha.
That information is really timely.
Yes, sure.
As I have received a series of complaints from friends who said they were swindled by some individuals who promised to help them secure visa. And they do that, they extort money from them, and they're very dubious. They know that they're not going to give them anything.
Exactly, Aisha, you're right. Imagine the accused person who was arraigned. He forged a letterhead paper of a government entity and even forged a signature on that paper just to smuggle people out of the country.
That's terrible.
Very terrible. That act is appalling. Yeah. Well, like the announcer rightly said, the people engaging in this act should desist or face the full wrath of the law. And that's how far we can bring you on today's edition of The Eagle. Please join us next time for another interesting package. To leave a comment about this program, please send an email to theeagle@efccnigeria.org or search for us on Google Plus at Official EFCC or Official EFCC NG at gmail.com.
You can also like our page on facebook.com/Official EFCC or follow us on Twitter at Official EFCC. And to watch our programs and other activities, please log on to youtube.com/Official EFCC. I am Aisha Mohammed. Thank you and good evening.
My name is Aisha Gambari. Thanking you for watching. God bless Nigeria.